Hi, welcome to Shake Insight. Today we are going on a special tour to learn about the financial health of a coffee shop. Are you ready? Great. So imagine you are going on a tour. What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Expenses, right? Well, just like you check your pocket to make sure you have enough money, a coffee shop also needs to have enough money to run its business smoothly. But how can we know if a coffee shop has enough cash? Well, we can use something called liquidity ratio to find out. This ratio helps us understand how easily a company can meet its financial obligation like paying bills and debts. They are like red flags that tell us if a business might be having trouble with the money. There are two common liquidity ratio we will focus on today. The current ratio and the quick ratio. Let's start with the current ratio. This ratio helps us understand if a coffee shop has enough money to convert its short-term debt. We calculate this ratio by dividing the current asset divided by current liabilities. Now let's talk about the current asset. Current asset are the resources that the business possesses that can be easily converted into cash within a relatively short period of time. Today, we will be focusing on three types of current asset: cash on hand, account receivable, and inventory. Cash on hand is the actual physical currency that a business has readily available for the immediate use. It's like the money you keep in your pocket or in the bank. Account receivable is the money that is owed to a business by its customer or client. It is the outstanding payment that a business is expected to receive for the goods or service it has provided. For example, in a coffee shop, it would be the money that customer owe for their product but have not yet paid. Inventory refers to the goods or product that a business hold for a sale. In this case of coffee shop, it would include items like milk, sugar and coffee powder. On the other hand, current liabilities or the debt or obligation that the coffee shop need to pay off within a short period of time, usually within 1 year. These liabilities mainly come from the money owed to suppliers for the purchase of ingredients, materials and other supplies. Now let's look at the scenario for our coffee shop. We have 10 lakh in cash in hand, 10 lakh in account receivables, it means outstanding payment, 2 lakh in inventory, and totally we have 22 lakh, and 5 lakh in short term debt. It means the money we have to give to the suppliers. To calculate the current ratio, we add up the current asset, cash on hand, account receivable and inventory, which gives us 22 lakh. Then we divide it by the current liabilities, which is only 5 lakh. So the result is, and the current ratio comes out to be 4.4. The current ratio of 4.4 means that the coffee shop has more money than its short term debt. Even after paying the 5 lakh owed to suppliers, the coffee shop has still 70 lakh in cash. So they can cover their expenses without any problem and even have extra money. That's great news for the coffee shop. Now let's calculate the quick ratio, also known as the asset test ratio. This ratio is similar to the current ratio, but it excludes inventory from the calculation because sometimes it is not easy to convert inventory into cash quickly. For the quick ratio, we add up the quick asset, cash on hand and account receivable, which gives us 20 lakh. Then we divide it by the current liabilities. The quick ratio comes out to be 4. A quick ratio of 4 indicates that even without considering the inventory, the coffee shop still has enough cash to cover its short-term expenses comfortably. So, coffee shop has a quick ratio Good quick ratio 2. Remember, liquidity ratio are just one aspect of evaluating a company financial health. It is important to consider other factors like profitability, cash flow, industry trend before making investment decision. I will cover those in upcoming videos. I hope you found this analysis helpful. If you found any question or comment, feel free to leave them down below. Until next time, happy investing.